Whiskey Monster. Today I have a really special whiskey for you. But first, a little bit history if you don't mind. Well, I met Octomore a number of years ago when I was a peat freak and jumped into this opportunity which I could taste the peatiest whiskey of the world. So, it's a no-brainer. Well, that bottle had 3 numbers and a dot on it. It was written as 04.2 and it was also named as CODY, aged in a Chateau de Camso 10 cask, which is pretty much valuable for anyone in the world. Well, at the time I had no idea what I was really tasting. The 167 ppm enchanted me, but after having a few sips, a divine character also hit me. Well, my affairs with Octomore were always special, especially with .2s. 6.2 was always enjoyed with good company on very good days. And Rhone Valley inspired 7.2 always led to good stories. I got lost in the wine history while sipping 8.2 because of its structure. Well, 9.2 showed the tough face of Octomore, as .2s are travel retail exclusive bottles and I couldn't find it. Apparently I wasn't traveling enough that year. But 10.2 made it up with a sophisticated recasking of 4 years in Sauternes casks. I have a soft side for Sauternes apparently. Well, I was very lucky to taste 11.2 with 2 great friends last year on YouTube during the pandemic. A link should come on the screen somewhere. And I'm even luckier now to be able to experience this new Octomore 12.2 today next to me in an 8-minute tasting. It's going to be fun, so stay tuned.
Octomore 12.2 is distilled in 2015 from the 2014 harvest of 100% Scottish grown concerto barley. It's malted to 129.7 ppm and bottled at 57.3% alcohol by volume. It's bottled unchill filtered and coloring free at Bruichladdich Distillery. The whiskey was aged in first and second fill American whiskey casks in a 50-50 combination, then they were vatted together in 2019 and finished in first fill French Sauternes wine casks. The whiskey was bottled in February 2021 and it was matured entirely on Islay for 5 years.
Let me give you the good news first. Octomore 12.2 will be available in traditional retail points around the world this year. So we actually don't have to hunt it as much as we did before at travel retail locations. Well, let's start the tasting. I'm starting my timer and we're good to go. I just poured this one like 10 seconds before the video and let's go that. Oh my god, this is a little bit different than my previous experience. Actually, this thought is a little bit different. I can say that I feel a little bit like olive oil on the start, like a little bit briny. Some saline notes, a little bit of honey just appeared right now. Some spearmint that's appearing from the back, slowly opening, with some a little bit like toasted bread, definitely orange blossom honey. My god, that's beautiful. Like smoke is just coming, peat smoke is coming slowly. It doesn't create a wild environment, it's a little bit, you know, sweet and nice. Texture. Oily texture salutes you, crossing the palate, leaving a spicy note, like trace behind it. Stone fruits, definitely grilled peaches. So like that smokiness balancing the peat. My god. A little bit ginger is just appearing. I always like to have a sip and nose it all over again. So, you might have seen from our reviews and all the writings, it's aged in first and second American oak, 50-50%, then transferred into Sauternes casks. Well, the second nose I can feel like sultana grapes, cotton candy, melon, a lot of melon. larger sips. Oh my. Gives me that melony profile. Stone fruits, apricots, or the ginger. It's juicy at the very back with some vanilla. Definitely great opening of fruity flavors. There is some salt sprinkled caramel at the back. Like when you go to an ice cream shop and want that ice cream, because there's vanilla, there's a little bit smokiness, salt sprinkled caramel. Like, that's awesome. The fruit burst is so obvious here. Peat smoke is not wild, as I said. It might feel a little bit muted for even some of you, but it gives that great balance to all that fruity flavors and a little bit briny flavors as we started. There comes some cinnamon roll. Actually, like, it feels like, not cinnamon, let's put it this way. Let's put that, the orange blossom honey that I told you, let's put that on a croissant and some sprinkle of cinnamon on it. It feels like that. The white peppers at the very back, it's great. And the finish, which I didn't talk a lot for now, is pretty long. It's warm. Vanilla is there. It's an opening, I like it. There's a little bit charcoal feeling, but it's not a lot, as I said. Pineapples, chocolate, grilled pineapples even. This feels like salute to Comus. It's just a follow up to Comus, let's say. It's not the same whiskey, but it definitely has some echoes of Comus that's been revealed on this whiskey. So we are on minute 4 right now, and I'm gonna get more opinions, surprise you a little bit. I can easily say, and because I tried the 12.1, 2, 3, this is the one that hit me the most. The texture is incredible, the intensity is incredible. If you have tried the 10.2 too, so you can find some similar notes comparing to that. The nose is opening up a little bit more vanilla, toasted oak, some tannins coming from the French oak. Chewing the whiskey is just opening up that sticky honey apricot gem all together, and I feel really a good balance in this one. It doesn't freak me with the peat, it doesn't kill it with the sweetness. This 5-year-old whiskey is just so well balanced. I really like it. And we are using the Scottish, they're being using the Scottish barley here, and with the ppm level, which is not the highest when you consider Octomore, but still really high in the industry. It actually surprises, like the balance actually surprises you. Let's see how many minutes we did right now. We are almost in the 6 minutes, so I will ask some of my friends about their opinion about this whiskey, but if you ask me, my final thoughts are incredibly good for this one. Because it's like, I told you I like Southern. But on the other way, like, Southern can be overwhelming or can be underwhelming times time. We've seen examples for this. But as this whiskey opens, I feel all those fanfare, feeling of fruits, feeling of that jammy profile, sultana grapes, that honey, that melon and that smokiness, that peaty profile with briny character. It's all in this glass, and it just opens up. It's been like 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And I can still feel that. It opens up pretty good. Like the croissant I told you about is still there, but there are more spices, like white pepper started to dominate the back of the palate. The texture is still there, it didn't get weak, it's not lost. The apricots there, and I just started to feel a little bit of that oak spices, maybe a little bit of allspice. But as I said, it's all like a good feast over there. Nothing is overpowering any other flavors. and started to get me some iris flowers, summer flowers. And still a little bit that tannin coming from the oak, which I love. I can honestly tell you that it's been 7 minutes 30 seconds and I felt it was just so short. And the nose still continues to amaze me. I think 8 minutes is not pretty enough for this. Like maybe we could have done 12 minutes because it's still opening up. Some apples. It's lovely. As I said, like I think 8 minutes is not going to be enough. I think this will be just another whiskey, just another Octomore that I enjoyed and I will enjoy with friends. And as I said, friends, let's ask some more people what they think about this whiskey because they tasted it with me. Cheers.
Octomore 12.2 it's to me the marriage of two of my favorite elements of whiskey making, which is heavy peat and wine finishing, specifically sauternes. Sauternes finishes are pretty rare, I think, in the market, and they always give a concentrated dessert-like sweetness and a lot of complex flavors. Things like wild honey, wine reduction sauces, juicy summer fruits. When you pair that with the intensity and the elegance of Octomore's super heavy peat, and then you bottle at cask strength, well, let's just say I'm excited.
It's that time of year again. Yeah, Octomore's here. Something about peat in the fall is just hard to beat. And this year is something exceedingly special. It's the first year, I think, 7, 8 years that the .2 has been in the US, and this year it's Sauternes casks. I'm a little biased about it anyway. This might be one of my favorite releases. All the stone fruits that come through the Sauternes is just incredible. I've been telling my friends to get their hands on it if they see it. Hint, hint. But yeah, if you find it, I think you'll really enjoy it. Cheers.
Hi, this is WHISKEYFELLOW. I'm here to talk to you very briefly about Octomore 12.2, which is the impossible equation. It is a super heavy peated single malt from Bruichladdich, and it is a fruit bomb. Yes, the peat is there, but the peat simply complements this whiskey. It is amazing. I love it. You're going to love it too. Cheers.